Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, liberty and justice for all. Right.
Okay, was you able to read over the minutes?
Yeah.
He signed. Oh, look at
I did make one change on those print cop.
that. Okay.
I had herding dog instead of herding.
Okay. Okay, make a motion, we accept the meeting minutes from July 30th.
Second it.
All in favor? All right. Okay. So everybody's aware, we may deviate from the printed agenda only for time constraints and people needing to take care of business. So cemetery maintenance with Mr. Maintenance, Dana Batchelor and Jess Davis. Jess, very good, perfect. Okay, so there were some questions that you had in regards to getting some outlying cemeteries taken care of.
Yes, for next year. And second, and that's doing a wonderful job. But in between times, the bracken ferns and the grasses are growing up pretty high, and it just leaves them looking a little sloppy. And so if we can find in the budget for next year or propose for next year that we add a third mowing for those 14 outlying cemeteries, I think it would make a big difference in how we are presenting our cemeteries to the town.
Okay. What would you?
I think she's right, 100%. What's happened, the reason why it's got to this is in this fall and spring, like I said, I think when we first started doing them, as you dig all the years of neglect away, you start burying the earth, and then different types of weeds and flowers and grass grow. Now you got different vegetation that's in there than you didn't have before.
Right.
So it's because we've cleaned them, they need to be mowed now.
Right.
You know, in order, that's just, it's a cycle. I mean, we've been totally, including yours, been 50 cemeteries since 2010 or 11. I've seen the cycle as it goes through, and it starts out that they're neglected and look awful, and then a lot of work gets put in, and then now they need more regular maintenance. It'll never be a golf course because it's just native things that want to be there.
Right.
But like I know exactly what she's talking about, the ferns and different type of things, and they shoot right up so fast.
Yeah. Is it something that, cause your fiscal year for us contract, is it something that we could get the numbers for budget season
Yeah,
for your contract?
I'm prepared to give you a number now.
Well, what do you got?
$1,190 for a mowing.
To just add that to the contract price.
How you guys do it? I'm a professional.
That's a pretty good deal. 1190. Yeah.
I got a question on this contract.
Yeah.
I guess it's a letter, I guess more than anything. On it says here cemetery cleanup will be 6 total. Spring and fall. What's that mean? 6? I don't get that.
6 total. I guess I don't have my glasses. I should.
It's gotta be an old fella out there. It's got a glass instead of glasses.
What does it say?
Right here. Right underneath that line. All right.
Cemetery. It's total.
I don't know what, that doesn't make sense, but you want to do them spring and fall, right?
Yeah, why would there be 6 total? Spring and fall cleanup.
I didn't know if it meant 6 cleanups or 6 cemeteries or what it meant.
Yeah, there's 14.
I know there's a bunch. All
Yeah, I can't answer that.
right,
I really don't.
I'll ignore it.
Yeah, it must have meant something and it was overlooked. Yeah, well, that's just the progression of these cemeteries, and then what'll happen is as time goes on, there'll be certain species of flowers and things that'll become dominant. Like we call them Indian paintbrushes. I don't know what the real name is. I've got cemeteries that have turned completely into a bed of these orange and yellow flowers. Looks like a 70s shag carpet, but it's actually good looking cemeteries. What happens? All sorts of things happen.
It's like anything, the more you take care of something, the more stuff shows up.
When I used to hide your seed, people ask, I want what you have for a lawn. I said, well, it's white and with red clover. That's what I put down. I don't want grass that I have to water. So just let nature be what it wants to be, and those cemeteries will end up being green and leafy mostly.
Oh, thank you. Anything else, Jess? No? Perfect, so we can make that happen. We got the number now, so we'll budget accordingly. Yep.
Nothing significant. Should
Perfect.
be done for me.
Yes, sir.
I still got grass.
Yep. Thank you very much. Deb Tate, Budget Committee schedule. Let's make this thing happen. What do you got? I got anybody, budget committee, not budget, planning board? Oh, let's see. How about September 3rd? That's a Tuesday. No, wait, nope. That's a holiday. Hang on. Slow down. How about the 10th? Yeah, planning board. It's a Tuesday. Is a planning board meeting that night?
I think it's the 17th.
I'm sorry.
I think it's the 17th.
Okay. No, Bill, what I'm trying to do is make sure if we're gonna have a budget committee meeting, we can meet in here and not hinder the planning board meeting in here on same night.
Oh,
Because they do Tuesdays.
with my badge, I'll just guess.
Do you have it hanging yet so that you can advertise? Okay, so September 10th, 6:30. Yep, that works for you, Flat? Yep. Yep,
I didn't take a question.
do you want just you send the emails out to everybody or she?
Which would you prefer? I'll do it. So, you know.
It's different, man. I think I'll help I can get.
Function. Okay.
Yes, yes, we'll be here on the 13th.
Okay, today, myself, the treasurer Lynn and the via. I guess. Zoom,
FaceTime.
Zoom or FaceTime, I don't know, cell phone. 8 interviews were conducted for the newly created job, deputy treasurer, clerk, tax collector, registrar. We had 8 scheduled, one didn't show, which was the last one. So we interviewed 7 people today. They all interviewed awesome. Very, very good turnout. They interviewed very well. Did you want to add on that? On a decision?
No, I'm
Okay.
happy with what.
All right. So a decision was made in accordance with Article 3's amendment that the treasurer has sole authority in picking. I concur, back her 100%, and she has picked Elizabeth Drain. She will be starting August 13th is her start date. I will say she interviewed very well, high education, a lot of experience. I think she'll make a good asset for the office. So I'll make the motion that we hire Elizabeth Drain for that position, full-time position, deputy treasurer, tax collector, clerk and registrar.
I'll second.
All in favor?
You're not sure which one.
All right, community center maintenance, the painting. So this is the paint. Yeah, this is the one. So we've been presented with three quotes. First one's Dan Reed, 58 Denmark Road. Total, so I'll read the whole thing. Exterior painting of community center, washing building to remove any built up mold, mildew, debris, and old paint pigment, scrape, sand, and remove dust to ensure proper adhesion of material, prime all areas, apply coat of paint on all walls. Proposal material includes the soap, peroxide based formula for safe clean runoff, oil based primer, paint from established paint line, California, Sherwin-Williams, Benjamin Moore. Estimate 26,750. BC Customs Colors out of North Conway. Same thing. The exterior paint, exterior of the rec building. This one's for 35,000 with the same materials, Sherwin-Williams, you know, the power wash and all that. This one here stipulated a 10% non-refundable deposit, remaining a second payment of 40%, and then the remaining 17,500 upon completion. And then ledge painting out of Denmark. Again, Sherwin-Williams paints, all that. Caulking, scraping, priming of all bare wood, 2 coats of paint. Total on that is 29,500.
I don't know what so.
I know these two. No, I don't know this one. I know these two.
Yeah,
Dan Reed lives right next to Amos. Right here. Lori.
oh, okay.
Lives right next to
Yeah.
Roberto Denny.
I know where it
And
is.
ledge painting, he's out on Rocky Knoll Road. If you go Lord's Hill, left, goes to dirt. You keep going straight up, like getting over the Freiburg on Denmark Road. They're on there on the left.
Yeah,
He's been painting for quite a while. I take it he's gotta be in his 40s, if not 50. He'll be, no, sorry.
well, they're all so close, I don't think you can really disregard the lowest bidder or whatever.
No, I agree. So. I mean, that's the highest. So if we went in the middle, it'd be this one. Cause he's 35 or no, yeah, 35,000. They're 29,500. So he's 26,750. So.
Did the low bidder include caulking? The middle bidder said he had it, but did the low bidder?
No. Nope. So that's a good point.
I had a question. Is they all through spraying or are they all through brushing? Brush lasts longer than spray, so that's what I was curious.
I don't think they mentioned it.
Doesn't say. Doesn't say spraying specifically or rolling. None of the estimates say that at all. Either way.
Do they give any references of who they worked for previously? No.
What do you think?
Yeah, I guess. It sounds like it's just as, gonna do the same thing as the other one.
That's what I like
Yeah.
I mean,
compared to,
you guys could also perhaps talk with them, or if you want more details, you probably could get
well,
more. I mean, reference or whatever. It's up to you.
And they will start to work before, we get bad weather.
Timing,
Cold weather.
timing of the job as well. I know that the D and C, I know
he's booked.
he's really busy.
Yeah.
He's pretty good, but he's.
Bruce, right?
Yeah, Bruce.
So that. We'll make a motion for this one. I can follow you out. And, yep, roll and timeline. You know that? Some of those are- Sure. All right, I make a motion, we accept ledge painting, Jeff Jakes, for the painting of the community center.
Second.
All in favor? I'll reach out to Jeff, tonight or tomorrow, to get the roll question instead of spray and timeline. So, yep, references.
The job that he's done,
He's done, well, he just,
much, you know.
the only one that I do know of is, when you go up into Bridgeton, if you take, Dump Road, come out 302, hang a left, like you're gonna go into Bridgeton, that housing development on the right, the apartments, he did all of that. That was for, I think, for Eco Homes. I know he did that.
Ricky, I didn't see that particular moment. Thanks.
All right,
What's our budget?
well, we raised and appropriated, I believe, $24,000, not this year, last year, that is still there. And we also have, capital improvement, account money that is available, of 293,566. So we can,
Which one did you decide to go with?
I'm sorry, which one? I'm sorry. Oh, 29,500. 29,500 was the final figure. The first one was 26,750, and the high was 35,000 from BC's. I went in the middle, yes.
Yeah.
Correct, and the caulking, that was listed. Yep. Okay, I don't know.
How about that one?
Make sure,
What do you think?
pick 3 people and let them decide.
Okay,
That's it.
3 people. 1, 2, 3. Perfect.
Black it is.
You know, we could put the little stars on it, you know? I don't have a preference.
We'll talk.
Yep. So one of the things that was, the assessors had brought up, and it's gone, pretty much everybody's doing it. Not everybody, but a majority, is digital mapping. We're antiquated by far, and our mapping system needs to be updated. The last company that they're aware of that, it's called LOI, I believe. Anyway, it was $16,000. So and that was a year ago. So Hannah and Bob are going to contact the company and find out what the cost is. It is beneficial for us to do that. One, we don't have to have all this stuff laid out. It's all going to be online. We don't have to have people coming into the office asking, hey, can I check out your tax maps? Can I fumble through this? And then the best part of it is you have like a Google Earth that you can go in on, and everybody knows tax maps are approximate. What kills when somebody comes in here and looks at a tax map, well, that's not right. It's a tax map, people. I mean, you want to know exact measurements, that's what you get a deed for and an appraisal or have it looked at. So, we have the money to get the upgrade done. So Bob and Hannah, I believe by next week should have the contact info, the company and the quote so that we can revisit it and see about getting that moving forward. Because anybody will be able to go on to the Brownfield website, go to the hyperlink, boom, pull it up. They can get all the tax information, map information right then and there. We don't have people coming in, beating the doors down, trying to get in, or just we're getting rid of an antiquated system.
Is it gonna be like Porter's where you just punch the name in and do?
Yeah,
That is a wonderful.
Porter's the last town that they know that did it, and that was last year or a year before. Yeah, so. Yeah,
Do you know if they do that off of the deeds or off of these? old
I
maps?
don't know that. Hannah and Bob are gonna talk to that company and they're supposed to let us know so that we can talk about it. Get the particular details and then make that decision.
I think it's CAR,
Might be,
I think it is.
yeah, it was a 3-letter acronym for something, so.
So the planning board's looking at the zoning, and depending on how that goes, we do have updating maps with SMPDC. And we can talk to them, find out whether it's gonna be digital or not, or, like, to go to digital, what it might cost, and maybe they would use the same company. But I can bring that up at the meeting tonight.
Oh, please do.
Sit tight and we'll look into it and find out.
Yeah, please
what we
do.
have covered so far.
Yeah, because Bob and Hannah were supposed to talk to the company and get approximate price to do it and time frame. So yeah, that'd be great. You can incorporate that. Yeah. All right. Okay. Just a cursory question for all in attendance. What would you folks think about a digital sign where our current whiteboard is out by the road? That can be changed, one side could be one thing, one side could be the other, it could be even festive if you'd like, or something like that.
Good idea.
Good to go? Okay. Man, am I glad to hear y'all say that, because I already asked somebody to look in and get a price. So, hopefully we can get on that as well. We do need to update, if you will, the town a little bit. We got a lot of antiquated stuff that's really not prudent anymore. It needs to be updated and moved along. So I will keep you guys updated on that.
There might be block grants available for that. And the comprehensive plan can look into that, committee can look into that and see if that cost might be covered by one of the block grants.
Oh, perfect.
We have the okay, we'll make some calls and look into it. The other thing, nothing to do with the sign, but there's talk about putting automated doors at the front entrance for ADA, and if you don't mind, we'll look into that also. Because usually there's money floating around for ADA type projects. So
Sweet. Yes, very much so. And I'm glad you brought up the ADA. Roll? No, this is fixed. Oh, oh yeah, I wouldn't see why it wouldn't. They got some pretty cool signs out there now. Yep. Yeah, I mean, I was thinking because one of the big things that people complain about is we'll put something on this side of the board and there's nothing on the other side, or the other way around, or they both say the same thing. Well, I only get it from one direction. Yeah. So, I mean, it can be both sides different, whatever. but we can actually update it, change it and everything from inside and not have to worry about traipsing out there. And letters getting blown out by the wind, cracking in the cold weather. Yeah. Any number. Wow. Means you all need to chew on it a little more.
Need to relocate that.
Can you?
And you go to the league, you can't say nothing, till you get right out there.
Seeing grass mowed in the front of the rec center, that area. It was very attractive, so the ad for painting that center and that sign is really making the difference.
We're gonna have some blend.
Hell yeah.
So, ADA, I'm glad you mentioned that, Joe. I'd spoken to Cliff, and I need to get with Frank. We need to have a discussion on the current ADA situation that we have. And also, talk some additional paving, and we need to put the roofs up for the ramps. Willie, that was one of the, that's what these are?
Those. Those quotes over there are for community center. For the covering of the ramp and the pad. Outside the building. So it's different, those quotes include. Taking the existing roof. And continuing it straight out into the parking lot and discontinuing the roof that's over the current ramp.
On which side?
The west side of the building.
The side entry. Why do we have to change the roof over the current pad?
Because when the snow comes off that roof, lands on that really flat roof, and it just sits there. And if you just add this is not just my opinion, this is the guys that came out before the float, they said. You need to discontinue this roof line that's overhanging the new ramp. They said the best bet is to do a continued roof right off.
Yeah.
Everything dumps in the parking lot and it covers the ramp and the pad people want.
I see what it's
If you look at the Hubbard construction
Yeah.
quote, there's some pictures of it. I think the back of the quote it shows the
Yeah. That makes sense.
just like it does on the ramp on the front side of the building. The roof line continues out 10 feet. You would just do that. Because if you just add on a 8x8, the way it ties into the building, it's still gonna be an issue because the snow just sits up there and it doesn't slide off.
Now on. Okay, so this one here it's got two quotes.
Right, so originally. He handed in the smaller quote, and that was for just the,
Okay, all right.
and then
So we'll just look.
I went back to him and let him know that. The other two quotes were for
The entire roof.
the entire thing, and I asked him to put another quote in for that as well, because. To be fair. This quote wasn't covered in the original, the roof line wasn't covered in the original quotes.
The only thing I would say is. Keep the taxpayer.
That's what I was just looking at.
So I would go more towards, I would lean more towards that taxpayer, but. um, Now, we do need to discuss like this in a second, that we would have to, it'd be my, Cliff and I went out there and we had a break today between interviews. He came up and we went over into the parking lot on the far side, the side entrance. If we were to pave right up to the building. Just past it where the flagpole is, we go up just to where the building starts to come out, pave that. And make it, I think it's 10 foot. We have 6 handicap parking spots with the fire lane down on the deck. That has full access to all 3 ends. So they'll have full accessibility into that building. For the current state of the ADA stuff. I've really had to try and go on with this. And try to paint us in that's positive light. With the DOJ or Humanities Commission, so hopefully this lawsuit goes away. If not, it minimizes exponential. So. She brought up about having a counter going, we get carpeting for that, the paving. For the community center, the ramp, because we gotta fix this ramp over here. And we need to put a roof over this one. This is exit only now, it's not a full entrance. So, we have FEMA money that we can utilize to do all the additional paving community center over here. And not interfere with paving money we have, so we can direct that to the roads where it's supposed to be. But we got 141, 121, 430. So it would be my intention to use that for this ADA stuff and get it done. But it's turn it into attorney, hopefully paint ourselves on really good lights to get it away from us.
I understand.
So,
With that, ARPA funds cover the cost of the roof.
we only have $1,100 remaining in ARPA funds. So. Yep.
This, I'm not real clear on this. This says demo and remove. And this just says remove the roof, but what about?
I would think that he's gonna keep the ceiling part and just that, because he's gonna have to take the old roofing off that flat. And then put his rafters in to give him this pitch to come out to the end of it. And then go all the way over.
Yeah, but what I was looking at was the remove, demo and remove. I would assume that's getting rid of that.
Right, yep.
That one's not real clear on if they're gonna get rid of it or we're gonna. I mean, it's not a real big issue, I guess.
Well. $5,500 difference. I think we could
Probably do.
rule for $5,500. That could repay.
Okay.
All right, the 3 quotes that were provided, key services, remove old roof, side entrance storage area, replace with wide roof over handicap, ramp pitch towards Ryfield, 12.5. Hubbard Construction, same thing, 15,228.90. And then Eastwood Carpentry, same stuff, 18,000. So I will make a motion that we accept key services for the 12.5 and the funding for that be. We can use FEMA. From the FEMA funds, 121,430.
The only thing I question about that is that FEMA money came from.
Sorry, that was replacement money to the town for things that were already expended. So
we can
town's
spend
money. That's correct.
I don't have a problem. You like to make a motion, that's it. You're bad, I won't say it, I won't say what I said.
All in favor? Perfect.
Talk too fast.
All right, so we're good on that. Chief here tonight?
No,
Well, you talked to him today at all, Whit? How'd the hose testing go?
Well,
Wet?
like 260 feet of pouring.
Do we,
That's not exact number, but
do we need,
guessing by what I remember.
we need replacement?
At the moment, no.
Okay,
We had enough to replace what came off the truck.
okay,
So at the moment, we're all set.
okay. Willie, have the dock pieces been put in? Did you find out about the ladder issue?
Yeah, so I was out there the other day and the. Ladder of the quote. One I did notice on the top, there are some plastic caps. That were on the new ladder on the dock, but weren't out on the float.
Okay,
It's new, so I don't know if we never got them because. They're both ladders are new. I went over to the one that did have the little plastic caps. It would be pretty hard to get them off, so I'm thinking they never came
okay.
when we got the ladder.
Can you order a set?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Did you get the banners put up? Did you get the banners put up?
Which ones?
Brownfield Days?
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay. All right. So. All right, did you get to read the email on the rates for Drummond Woodson? The 225?
I think he has it in his, or maybe, blue to red. Maybe not. What? No, useful.
Oh, yeah.
Did, okay. All right, I had a couple discussions with Drummond Woodsum, Leah Rachin, in regards to her representing the town of Brownfield. We're good there. There's a 10-day contract requirement to release Bernstein Sure. So I will make the motion that we serve the 10-day notice to Bernstein Sure to sever our contract with them. All in favor? I'll follow that motion up with, I make a motion that we retain Leah Rachin, Drummond Woodsum to represent the town of Brownfield in all legal matters.
Something that.
All in favor? There was a Oxford County Board of Commissioners. During the completion of a routine report, we regrettably discovered that there was a clerical error in our tax assessment worksheet. The commissioners in the Oxford County Budget Committee approved a tax commitment of $10,850,317. The commissioners apportioned the tax commitment on March 9th, 24, but the Excel worksheet used to calculate each town's amount had $10,350,317 typed in instead of the approved commitment amount. Due to this unfortunate typographical error, the county is reissuing the tax assessments that were previously sent as they were incorrect. We are attaching a corrected calculation. The originally communicated amount continues to be due on or before September 1, 24. However, as a calculation error was on our part, the county is extending the due date for the difference to December 31st, 24, and no interest will accrue during this time. We sincerely apologize for this unfortunate error and acknowledge that it will cause towns to have to make recalculations. We know that this news is unwelcome, but if you have any questions or need to discuss payment arrangements, please contact Interim County Administrator Abigail Shaner or treasurer Beth Calhoun. So that increased hours by an amount of $12,975. We got the money, lady?
Well, that gets calculated when we. do the
Set tax rate.
Yeah.
Perfect. Sweet.
Ask a question about the, first show.
Yes.
Are we on retainer with them? And-
We're on a contract price. We pay $16.67 a month for legal representation. That $16.67 will cover, as I was here for Zach Brandwine's brief. That would cover all but three things that we could ask as many questions during the month. It all fell under the $20,000 contract price. The three things that weren't covered: land use, litigation, and personnel. So as I've not been made aware at all, and I've spoken to Mary twice, of anything pending right now.
Retainer of $20,000 a year.
No, we are billed monthly at $16.67. That comes out to $20,000. Yep. Correct. Yep. Yeah, so everybody knows right now, we actually have two firms that we pay anyway. And that's Drummond Woodsum for a legal matter that's going on, ADA. And then we have Bernstein Scher that at this point, Mary has not told me that she is representing us in anything. Actually, I still haven't gotten a response from a question 3 weeks ago. So it is what it is. So there is going to be a 10-day overture. All right. There are a couple things that we are asking Leah Rachin to look into for us. So we will be getting billed for that. So I don't see there's nothing on the horizon right now that would dictate that we're gonna see exceed that what we would normally pay in a monthly payment anyway. So the rate on Leah Rachin right now is $225 with Drummond Woodsum, and they're the very good possibility possibly $250 come January 1st. So still pretty good deal. So general assistance, but is Terry here tonight? No. And I looked them up, but just for the Mountain Division Trail feasibility study, it's online on the web. Please go review it, check it out. The Selectmen's meeting will be August 20th. Yeah, August 20th, right? At the community center, because the DOT guy is going to be there to brief on the Rails to Trails project, the feasibility, and what's going on with that. Life Flight is thanking the town of Brownfield for their donation of $816. There is MMA freedom of access required training, 4:30 to 6 here on 8/22. Alvine's going to reach out to any of the town employees that need to. Bill, would you want to be here for that? Okay. All right, perfect. From MMA. So we'll do that. The next safety building committee meeting will be 8/8/24 at 6:30 right here. You got anything, Frank?
Nope.
Yes, we were gonna talk about the Cintas medicine cabinets.
Oh, yes, yes, yes. The, right now we have, medical kits in the buildings. And it's how much? Like,
$118 per cabinet a month.
right, so I would,
Replacing
in- right, so I would, speaking with Frank and Lynn, I would make a motion that we terminate the Cintas portion of that contract,
Mhm.
and we just purchase our own and replace them yearly so that they are kept up to date.
Okay.
The only question I got on it is when you mentioned contract.
It's just, well, we have a contract with Cintas, but it's uniforms, it's all one deal. We can drop stuff out of that. Like if we went down to two people, we could drop one set of uniforms. And it's not a breach of contract. If we were breaching it, we'd have to close everything. But I would get rid of the medicine cabinets, $100 and some odd bucks a pop.
So it's a-
Per one. So.
I'll second.
All in favor? Thanks, sir.
Oh. Gotta stay consistent, right?
Consistency breeds effectiveness, right? 100%. Yes,
Stands,
I have not gotten an update from the ACO as far as the actual reports. I have asked for reports from all surrounding complaints. So if you're 58, whoever's on the right, whoever's on the left, and who's across the street. So once they have those, she has those compiled, she will turn them into the board. Yep.
Those people down there got a visit, so, you know, to see if it was annoying and disturbing. We have never got anything like that on Blueberry Lane.
Well, haven't gotten what? I guess I don't, I'm not following.
Neighbors next to 58. Then not good, they talk to them.
Yeah.
All the park. We have never received a visit from the ACO up our way about the barking dogs. Like that. And all houses.
So, all right, hang on, let me address one thing at a time. Okay, so what you're saying is that yourself or the Heberts, or, and I don't know anybody else that lives on that street other than, oh, yeah, Sonia. Yeah, mid-stroke there. Those are the only people I really know that live out there. So I'd give you names, I just don't know them. So you've not had any conversations with the ACO in regards to anything out there? Not a one.
She has not visited us to see if it was disturbing or an issue or any. And just yesterday afternoon, I was out in my yard working. There's a couple of these dogs lunch you know, running loose out there, hunting, barking, everything, and I have this on video, the barking and everything. It's like, okay, so what kind of herding or agricultural dogs are they at that time? And I have, he's out there calling his dog.
So we're addressing it to Roy,
We are.
okay, so
Until the motion was made tonight. So until I gotta, Leah was in court today. Yesterday and today, unable to be reached, nothing I can do about that. So, why does what get pushed off? Okay, I'm gonna correct you, because last week I distinctly remember telling you that I had zero issue reaching out to the town's attorney and asking the questions, and if they were amicable to have a meeting, did I not? Okay, well, we just legally terminated one attorney firm and hired another one tonight. And I said that last week as well. So pushing it, no, I 100% disagree with that. I have no problems addressing it, but like I told you last week, you gotta give me time to speak to the attorney. Now, I couldn't speak to her yesterday, which was Monday, because she's in court, and we even have an email that states such. She's not available today either, because we have more than one question going out to the attorney. So. Well, I wasn't here for a year, so I don't know what to tell you. I will not answer for the previous board. So. I'm pretty sure I asked you last week to be patient with me, to work with the attorney, find out one, if in fact she states that it's a civil matter. Two, if she's amicable to having a meeting with all parties to have a discussion. Now, one thing I will say with that, and I'm not an attorney, nor do I represent the town's attorney, but she's not a judge, okay? She's going to pass opinion, legal opinion, on her experience, and she's got over 25 years experience. So there is no decision that will be made, but the discussion can be had if she is amicable with it. So I have no problems with that at all. But please be patient so that we can, we gotta get rid of one, pick up the other one, and let's move forward. Is that good? All right, perfect. I am surprised that you're saying that you've not had any discussions with the ACO in regards to this entire thing. This is 2 years old.
Just text. As far as a visit from her, let's find out if it's a issue or nuisance or anything like that. No.
Okay. All right. We can talk about that. We can do that. Executive personnel. Yeah. Agreed. All right. Okay. Anything else? No.
Just a question on the August 20th meeting.
Yep.
That's at 5:30.
Yes.
Regular time. And you said the DOT is gonna be here. Someone mentioned that Rick Bennett, the state senator, might be
Yeah,
here.
he'll be in attendance as well.
And also will the Mountain Division people be there also?
Mountain Division.
Mountain Division Trail people.
That's who that is. It's Rails to Trails.
Right.
That's Maine DOT. Actually, I can't remember his name. Dakota something.
But sponsored Mountain Division Trails.
They'll be here. Doug Smith, Dan Hester, the people that are on that committee.
Oh, to keep the trails, to keep the rails? Yeah, yeah.
No, not the,
No.
the Mountain Division.
Oh,
They'll
yeah.
all be here.
Yeah, well, that's part of the whole Valley committee, right? The
Whole state committee,
oh, I figured. Yeah.
Doug Smith, who's chairperson.
Oh, Doug. Oh,
Hester,
I know, Mr. Hester. He was a science teacher when I was in school.
committees. Who's scheduled?
Committee will be here.
Yes.
Dakota here.
Hewish, that's it. I got the first name right. Mr. Smith?
So we have improvement.
Yes.
Town clerk gonna be available on Friday for a nomination break?
Yes. Actually, she was part of the interview process today, and she stated that she would be here for Friday as that's nomination paper review and ballot creation. So the draft ballot should be available by close of business Friday. And then 30 days for the absentee ballots, but the draft should be on the counter. Yes, ma'am.
Along with the property on the corner of Merrill's Corner Road and Old Town.
Oh, actually, the CEO was here, it was last week, and was told to reach out to the town's attorney for the legal process on that. Several discussions that happened with him, and he's not complying. So, yeah, it's gonna have to go to legal for us to pursue it. Yep. Actually, that was 2 weeks ago, something like that. Yeah. Yep. Yeah.
Thanks.
Anybody else got anything? Perfect. Well, I greatly appreciate y'all's time. Make a motion, we adjourn.
Second.
All in favor?
That was quick. Wasn't it?
Yeah, I want it. So all these will
So
sign.
you didn't need an exception for tangents.
I think we're not going to,
Okay, good.
only because he showed up and is using his vacation time for the week. Actually, Cliff, Josh came in today and asked to use his vacation time to cover last week. Yeah, good. What's your feeling on, is he gonna be 40 hours a week, or we're gonna have to address that?
No, I told him, I said it's either gonna be 40 hours a week or nothing.
And he's in agreement, he's gonna go,
So.
so we're good right now.